Alright you guys, so it is that time of year to start talking about Christmas and gifts, and this video is going to be about just that. The first gift idea, and this is something that I've been saying for years, is gift cards. This can range from grocery store gift cards, gas for your car, Netflix, oil changes. The list goes on and on for gift cards. And I feel like, you know, minimalist people, including myself, are not a fan of having gifts that you're not going to use, but you feel bad saying it. So getting a gift card is one, less clutter. Two, we are saving money in the long run. Like us minimalist people, like that's how we feel when we get gift cards. Because when my mom was to give me like a Netflix gift card or whatever it was, that was one less thing I had to buy, which was pretty nice. Especially when I was living on my own and paying everything by myself. You know, it can get a little hard from time to time. But yes, if you have, or if you know a minimalist in your life and you do not know what to give them, a gift card is always the right way to go. Number two is spices. So this is a little random, but it could honestly range from being fancy cooking spices or the basic needs spices. So maybe get them the basic spices such as like parsley, cilantro, you know, all of those. I feel like everyone cooks with them. And also salt and pepper. Those are really basic spices. You know, it can range from either you getting their favorite one or you can get something new for them so they can try out. And a little tip when it comes to getting spices for a minimalist or anybody in general, try to go for the ones that are in glass jars so you can reduce the amount of plastic that you're giving out to people. When you are giving those glass jars, those glass spice jars to minimalists, they always reuse them. I feel like spices is always a great gift for a minimalist because we tend to not eat out. We always experiment in the kitchen, or we just keep it simple with the basic spices. This is their favorite skincare item. Again, one less thing to purchase. And of course, skincare items can be very, very pricey. I would know because I have been like learning a lot about skincare lately. I think less is definitely more when it comes to skincare products, but there are certain products that I like that are very expensive. But for Christmas, if you know a minimalist that likes a certain expensive skincare product, they always wanted it, but they never wanted to splurge, that's a great gift to get them because it's something that they know that they want, but they don't want to spend the money. Five is a give and take, and that's tea and coffee. I think everyone drinks either tea or coffee. For me, I drink only tea. I do not like coffee, but for others, there are people that just are addicted to coffee. So you could either get a minimalist, like one of those fancy coffee makers. I'll put a picture here because I don't know the real name of it. I don't think you need to plug it into anything. I think it really is like a minimalist coffee maker, or maybe some new flavors of tea for them. Tea and coffee is always a nice, cozy, inexpensive gift to give anyone, not just a minimalist. It's kind of funny, but bear with me on this one. And that is a dog or a cat. So obviously you really need to know this person before giving them an animal, because an animal is not a material item. It's a living thing, so you can't just be tossing it around to anybody. But if you know a minimalist that loves animals and would love to have a pet, but never had the chance to go get one, maybe this is the year to give them a rescue pet. Whether it's a rescue dog, a cat, a lizard, a bird, whatever they love. I think that's one of the best gifts ever because they can be great company, especially like if someone was living alone. I remember when I was living alone for 3 years and I was just wishing that my landlord would call me and be like,
Kira, I am lifting the no pet policy and you can have a pet like right now.
I wanted a cat so bad. I mean, you guys know how bad I want a cat. They're such great company, and even if you're having a bad day, like animals know, and I feel like they just come to you and just lay down with you. So I don't know, maybe that's just me speaking highly of animals because I am a huge animal lover, but it is a really great gift to give to somebody. I keep thinking in my head like, oh, if V was just to come home with a cat one day, that would be just like the cherry on top of my life is new pots and pans, higher quality ones, I should say. This can help anyone out, again, not just a minimalist. Higher quality pans and pots, however you want to call them, can even help out your cooking skills, to be honest. Like, things won't get stuck easily. It's just one thing that can last you years and years to come. And even for the ones that don't like to cook or don't know how to cook, maybe this is the time to try to get them into that. Is another one of my favorites, and that is a plant. And yes, even for the people that suck at plants, there are plants for you too, such as the ZZ plant, the snake plant, the pothos. There are so many plants that don't need a lot of attention and that are very forgivable when it comes to not watering, such as the ZZ plant and the pothos. I think, like, for my pothos, I only water it once a month. I think getting a little plant as a gift is 10 times better than flowers, by the way, because the problem with flowers is they only last so long, so it's kind of like creating waste, and a lot of minimalist people don't like to do that. They don't like to have things that create waste and then you're just gonna throw out. So giving out a plant for the holidays, it's just, one, it's like a really cheap gift because plants are cheaper in the winter, believe it or not. And two, it's a nice learning experience, especially for someone that doesn't have a green thumb. Like, I didn't. In the beginning, I sucked at plants. Like, I can't tell you how many plants I killed. Like, to put it this way, I could be like a serial killer right now. I think I killed like 50 or more. But eventually you learn and you get into it, and who knows? Maybe they will have the ultimate green thumb thanks to you. Is another one of my favorites, and that is reusable items. This is by far the best, one of the best gifts to get a minimalist, because they are saving money and not creating waste. And did I mention saving money? I joke around about this all the time, but I love my reusable items. I have so many reusable items in my house, such as my unpaper towel rolls, my menstrual cycle underwears, I know a little TMI, but being honest, my sponge, my glass cleaner rags, everything is reusable when it comes to like cleaning. And also, a little side note, if you do decide to give them a reusable item, make sure it's an item that they are using. So for instance, if you give them a reusable sponge that can be washed, but they already have like a wooden sponge, maybe you shouldn't give them that, because if they already like that wooden eco-friendly sponge, probably not going to get use out of the washable sponge. So just see if it's something that they're going to use. Is for my big ballers out there, and these are for the people that have a lot of money to spend on the holidays. I know this is not a lot of us, but there are some people that do save for Christmas time. They save really well and they got some money to blow. I think another great gift for a minimalist is an electric car. So if you have that money to spend, maybe get the minimalist in your life a Tesla, something that saves them money on gas, better for the environment. I know I wish I had one, but one day, definitely one day I will buy myself one. But yeah, so if you have that kind of money to splurge, then maybe get them an electric car. Also, it doesn't have to be a Tesla. There's plenty of other electric cars out there on the market, but it is a really, really great and thoughtful gift. Expensive, but very thoughtful. And also, before giving them an electric car, see if the car that they have is dying. If their car is working fine and there's nothing wrong with it, then don't get them another car because they're gonna feel a certain way. Number 11 is organizer items. This is always great. It saves space in the house, and for being a minimalist, saving space is something that I always look forward to because I hate when things look cluttered. Organizing items I'm talking about can range from a spice rack and sock organizer for the closet, so they don't have to have a bureau or a little desk or a little nightstand to keep their socks in. Again, space saver with it being in the closet. A shoe organizer to put all the shoes in one spot instead of having them all scattered around. There's so many organizers out there that can be used for not just scarves and belts. Like, for instance, like I said, my sock organizer is not just for socks. I put my underwear in it. I put my sports bras. I put my scrunchies. All my miscellaneous stuff is in those pouches. since I don't own a lot of socks. I think I own like 7 pairs because there's 7 days in a week. But yeah, so definitely start researching some organizing items, see what the minimalist in your life has more of, whether they have a lot of scarves, get them a scarf organizer. They will definitely appreciate it. And the last on the list is an upgrade. So what I mean about an upgrade is if their vacuum is dying or outdated, maybe get them a decent or higher quality vacuum, like a Dyson, something a little bit more updated. A new phone, maybe it's time to update it for them. One less thing for them to pay for. Again, not just a new phone, a new laptop if they are constantly editing videos like me, or they are in school and their laptop is ancient. Maybe take that upon yourself to upgrade it for them. And then you can also do like simple upgrades. It doesn't have to be expensive things like phone or a laptop. It could be as simple as a new plant pot. If you notice that one of their plants in their house is root bound, and you can kind of like give them a decent high quality plant pot, so it's a little bit of an upgrade for the plant and it's a decent gift to give to them. So there you guys have it. Those are 12 gift ideas for a minimalist slash anybody in your life. I should have put that in the beginning. It doesn't have to be for a minimalist. I think most of these gifts can range from a minimalist or to the average person. I hate putting labels on things, but you guys asked me to do a video on minimalist gift ideas since you guys have a lot of minimalist people in your life and you have no idea what to give them. I know it definitely seems like us minimalist people don't want anything or need anything because we kind of like do our own thing, but that's not the case all the time. So anyways, I really hoped you enjoyed this video and I will catch you in the next one.